guys, we're going to be doing something different. These are movies that motivated me into working out. So if you had any movies that motivated you, please put them down in the comments below. We're going to start off obviously with Rambo. Here you have Stallone in Rocky 3 with Mr. T, and in Rocky 4 with Dolph Lundgren, Drago himself. The legendary, I believe, 7-time Mr. Olympia, Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando. You have him flipping the Porsche back over after he let Sully go. Van Damme, Mr. Helicopter kicks himself. Those that didn't know, Van Damme studied ballet when he was younger prior to karate. So that's what made his kicks look so graceful. And I mean that in an intimidating way. Here you have him in Universal Soldier, another great movie. All these gentlemen in this clip are way ahead of their time, ladies and gentlemen. Here you have Rambo, as in part 1. This isn't Stallone's, I guess, I don't know if it's his first movie, but this is the only movie I believe that he didn't write and direct. He just starred in it. It was based off a novel. And he continued to make them because he liked the character so well. This is the craziest part of I've ever seen for you. Would you do this to get away from somebody? Now, he saw a tree. He jumped off, hoping the tree would break his fall. Now, even if you hit the tree to slow you down, is you're going to be breaking a couple of ribs, arms, legs. This is the craziest stuff I've ever seen in a movie. I saw this when I was younger, so obviously, even for the type of stuff I used to do, we used to do crazy stuff, play abandoned buildings and stuff like that. We didn't just play football or basketball. We play manhunt. That's when they find you and they basically beat you up. So even watching this movie, I was impressed because we did a lot of wicked stuff. We jumped from rooftop to rooftop. Sometimes the roofs and the ceilings would cave in and you'll go right through. And here you see a man taking out a helicopter with a man with a rifle with just a plain rock. Goes to show you. Now, these are the movies, you see the physique on these gentlemen, and you're like, wow, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to achieve. That's what for those that are starting out, you got to stay with it. You got to eat multiple meals, and you got to get your supplements in. If you're not taking supplements, you might get big. You're not going to look great. And here we have in Rocky 4, good versus evil, East versus West. Now the coat Stallone is wearing, Rocky is wearing in this movie, I ended up getting. I forgot how much I paid for it. I think it was like $350, $400 as a kid. Got a summer job, and I think that's what I saved up for. I don't think I had money for jeans. That was Bridget Nielsen. That was Stallone ended up marrying her. Bad choice. It's one of them Hollywood marriages. They didn't last long. And those that didn't know as well, Dolph Lundgren, who played the Russian, was a professional kickboxer who dated Grace Kelly, which was a model back in the days. Here you go, calisthenics versus bodybuilder or weightlifter. And of course, the movie depicted the Russian using steroids enhancement drugs. Whereas Rocky was always natural. He was just crazy. That's what made Rocky. He didn't have a glass jaw. Stallone always, in all his Rocky movies, always pushed the people that were hitting him to make it look real. So he'll tell them, hit me harder, hit me harder. A lot of times he ended up in the hospital for it. Now they showed the Russian always indoors, being pampered, using the drug while Rocky's outdoors in the cold, in the barn. Now Rocky, I didn't know this. Rocky was not filmed in Russia. It was more like Colorado, Wyoming. So you see the scenes you see with snow up to his chest or shoulders. That was in the great old United States, ladies and gentlemen. I love these machines, though. I believe when this movie came out, I started seeing more machines in the gyms. The gyms only had free weights. Free weights are good, but machines as you get older are the best way to go, the less injury. And certain machines do apply a lot more force or what have you to the area you're trying to work out, like a lot of leg machines where you have hack squats and they kind of diagonally. Now these are, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, people in a third world country, this is what they use. They use rocks, or they use cement in barrels where they form at the end a barbell with weights. I've seen a lot of clips in YouTube in Africa where they had similar, where people just make up their own, steel. They weld metal at the end of a rod, and that's weights. If you want it, you want it bad enough. I remember using a table with nails at the end of as a bench to hold my weights. Until one day it missed the nails and it rolled off and it fell on me. When I was younger, my dad used to get me weights for birthday and Christmas. That's all I wanted. And of course, if you go buy some weights, you can see how expensive they were, or they still are. Now here you have Stallone using a big wheelbarrow. Paulie passed away, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys didn't know, he passed away October 19, 2023. Unfortunately, Paulie, who wanted to be Rocky until he got in the ring with Drago. He said, forget it. And here you have him getting ready to outrun the Russians who was assigned to him to keep an eye on him. Now you have a guy outrunning a car. Look at this. Now this scene is he's running up this mountain. I got in trouble for it growing up. Everywhere I went, when I worked out, any physical strength, when I got to the end of what I was doing, I would just yell out Drago. That's what Stallone did, or Rocky did at the end when he got to the end of the top of this mountain. Where he says, I'm ready. This is unbelievable, man. Where if you fall left or right, you will roll off this mountain. Had to be filmed with, I'm sure, a helicopter. And here we go. The Terminator. Spoiler alert, you can't pass dimensions with clothes, weapons, or anything metal, so it had to be something flesh on the outside of your body. This is how the Terminator got through, obviously. And I believe this was Terminator 2. But Arnold always looked great in all his movies. Now, believe it or not, Arnold slimmed down for his movies. He was a lot more of a monster in the bodybuilding world. I let this clip play a little longer because I love the way all the special effects and all the computers was going through. Now he wore some funny shorts in this clip that came out later. That's why some looked down or what have you, as if pretending he was naked, whatever. I always wondered that. I was like, how would he, how comfortable can you be? Well, obviously, Hollywood magic, ladies and gentlemen. He wore funny boxers, funny shorts. Now he's scanning here to get his match, so he could get his gear and get on mission. Now you see movies like this, and this is what I saw, and like, wow, that's what I want. I want that trapezius, which is the neck muscle there by his supporting the neck there, between the neck and the shoulders. And you got the shoulders, obviously the chest was well formed. Arnold, what you see today's bodybuilders, they go for mass. And Arnold was big, but he was well proportionate. That's why he always won. He had a smaller waist than all of these bodybuilders today who look bloated. They weighing 300-400 pounds, which is great. You can say, wow, what a monster. But Schwarzenegger was more of an art. It's like, when you see a painting. Obviously, he always preferred his double bicep pose. I mean, he didn't look like he always had like the biggest triceps. Believe it or not, he didn't have the biggest legs. But if you look at him, he looked like the whole package. He was well proportionated again. Here he is in Commando. Ladies and gentlemen, all these movies, all these actors are way ahead of their time. Here you have a guy here coming down a hill, loose dirt, with a chainsaw in one hand and a tree in the other. I can't even walk down the street without rolling my ankle in regular cement, concrete sidewalk. Here you have a guy coming down the hill. No problem. Even if that was a fake tree, ladies and gentlemen, think about it. You're still walking down loose dirt and what have you. Here you go, Mr. Van Damme himself. I believe this was Universal Soldier. But he just told everybody he wants to eat. That's all he wanted to do. Perfect form, ladies and gentlemen. Notice the form when he kicks people and everything. So you're not only getting kicked by a hard kick, it just looks good too. So I mean, if that was my friend getting kicked, whatever, like man, that guy kicked the shit out of you, and it looked good too. Obviously, he ordered a lot of food while his friend went out to make a phone call. She had no idea this was all happening, and the food was what used to fuel him. Ice also to recover, based on the movie. She was out there trying to get more information on him because he didn't even know who he was. He was made into this robot cyborg. And here you have him in Time Cop, I believe. And this is what he was known for, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Doing a split and holding a split up there like that. Now again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. This is just a quick clip that I put together. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you like more videos like this, let me know so I can make a couple of more videos like this. And I hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next one.